Femi Doyle-Marshall.
Happiness, and I know everything that shine ain't always gonna be gold. Hey, I'll be fine once I get it. I'll be good. I'm on the pursuit of happiness, and I know everything that shine ain't always gonna be gold. Hey,
This is The Pursuit of Fitness with Femi Doyle-Marshall.
My name is Femi Doyle-Marshall, and we are here with Clarence Laylor of LPS, which stands for
Laylor Peformance Systems.
All right. Now, I had the great benefit of doing a bit of research and getting to know who Clarence Laylor is. If you guys don't know who he is, you should do some research. Check him out on YouTube. Type in his name on Google. You'll see his background. But he's been in the industry. He's been in the fitness industry doing strength and conditioning. But I want him to specifically talk about his experience. You know, what is your experience in the fitness industry?
Well, I've been involved in the fitness industry for about 15 years.
Yeah.
You know, working with from task force officers to the general public to professional athletes to, again, moms and pops.
So do you find, what was the main thing that sparked your interest? What sparked your interest in fitness?
Well, I've been an athlete pretty much all my life.
Yeah.
I love sports. And then one day, I pretty much wanted to do what I wanted to do. You know, I just, you know, follow your passion. You want to get up every morning. You don't want to be involved in something that you're going to, that didn't, you know, change your career. This is my life, you know, so that's pretty much what I want to do. I want to have my own gym, but not just my own gym, where I can implement my principles and philosophies that get results.
What would you say was the tipping point, that main point that made you say, this is it, this is for me?
It's always been for me. I really didn't know that I could make a career of it. To be honest, I was I was part of had a hair salon, in terms of barbershop, part owner of a club, but I didn't really knew that, you know, you can really make a good career out of in the fitness industry. So when I started to dive into it, I found out, okay, you can make a good career out of it, and I'm a type of person that if I believe in something, I really I work hard to get it, or work hard to pretty much implement those principles to get the results. And what I did was just basically just grind it out, you know, focus hard, study hard, and now I have my own gym.
And I think that's the amazing thing. I want to talk about your athletic background.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't have many questions about it, but I want you to speak about it.
Mm-hmm.
What is your athletic background like?
Sprinting and football.
Okay.
Yeah, those were my two babies. I was pretty fast, and I can play football. I wanted to be a linebacker, but I always said I was too short. I love to hit, but my thing, I tore my, I ripped up my knee pretty good. And so that's pretty much made my career short.
Yeah.
So after that, I kind of, you know, I went through a little depression phase that pretty much every athlete does. Ventured off to some entrepreneurial adventures, you know, club, hair salon / barbershop, and then I just basically came back to my passion. I've always worked out. I'm the type of guy I'll leave the club at 2 o'clock and hit the gym, 24-hour gym. You know, so people think I was crazy. So I was, you know, it's just been a passion of mine. It's just that simple. I just love it. I don't know if back in the day, I was a kid when I used to play sports. I read the Georgia Bulldogs. Herschel Walker was a running back. He used to do 1,000 push-ups a day. You know, I did 2,000. That's the type of kid I was. So it's just a passion.
Any reason why you chose this path specifically?
Well, you know, bottom line is I'm from Toronto. I grew up in Canada. I lived in the States for a while. I want to train, mostly work with athletes, but the reality is there's not a lot of athletes in there's a lot of athletes in Toronto, but that was my main focus. But I understand after a while that a lot of people in the general public need help in terms of diet, just basic understanding of training. And if you're part of these big box gyms, it kind of drove me crazy in the fitness industry watching this. I say babysitting or trying clients training year after year without getting any results. So I've kind of set out to make a change. Listen, if a client really wants to get results, this is what they have to do. Let me put up an establishment that could, facilitate that. And people train for different reasons. Some people, hey, just because they are working out, it prevents them to put on the extra 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 pounds. They prevent hypertension, diabetes. They do have a better quality of life. But I'm a results-based trainer, and that's what drives me. I love to see my clients get results.
Do you find that's more diversified when you think about results? Like, I've seen a video of you having a female client doing full chin-ups.
Oh yeah.
And I don't mean like halfway up, halfway down. I mean full chin-ups. Yeah. Talk about that for me.
Well, she's a phenomenal lady. Yeah. She works hard. And the funniest thing, she was a trainer in the past, and she went to real estate. So she hired me to. She wanted to really step up her game. She had some knee issues, lower back. I do a lot of rehab stuff as well, and that's what I do. I find their potential and I try to keep pushing it. Ladies love to feel strong, so when she found out that she can do X amount of chin-ups, she just kept it going. And then it's a pleasure training her. She's to this day she's a client of mine. And she works hard. We just structured a program around chin-ups, and that's her goal. I think this year she's going for 20.
20.
Yeah.
Beautiful thing. Now there are people that are in their 20s that can't even do 20. You gotta take that in. Now, looking at some of the things that you specialize in, I seen performance enhancement and physique transformation. I want you to give the listeners out there a little bit more information.
Well, performance enhancement, I use a system called biosignature, or basically identifying your hormonal profile. We use supplements, nutrition to get someone results faster, and also use that information to write training programs to get performance enhancement capabilities quick. So that's pretty much it in a nutshell, and it's scientific. It takes we pay attention to details, and everyone is different. So it's basically a blueprint for you. It's not a template for Tom, Joe, Bob, Mary. All right. So we have something specific for Femi. So if you want to get explosive, strong, there might be limiting factors that we have to identify, get them out of the way, and then unleash your potential.
What makes you different compared to, let's say, Joe's fitness, experience, stuff like that?
It's experience. It's science-based, principles-based, and I find a lot of trainers. I don't know what it is, but they get into the field, and then they forget the science. Or I don't know if they don't use the science that they've been taught, and that's what we do. We use the science, and I'm always updated on the science to get someone results. And what makes us different is pretty much, it's hard to say in 2 words. People have to kind of experience what we do. And to see how we're different. But we're different is like every program is tracked. Every client has a program. It's tracked. We pay attention to detail. Reps, sets, loads, volumes. nutritional plan, supplementation, insulin, cortisol. It goes on and on, so it can get really in depth. So for me to sum it up, it's hard. I've talked to marketing guys, clients, what makes you different. We're just results based, and you have to we have a 30-day trial. We give newcomers to give us a sense, give you a sense of exactly what you do. To sum it up in a couple words, it's just really tough.
So cortisol, all these different hormonal things that can influence your body.
Exactly, influence your body in terms of making you insulin resistant, putting on fat. We take those things into account and use nutrition and supplementation to modulate those hormones so you can get results faster.
And that takes into account physique transformation.
And that's pretty much what physique transformation is. It encompasses all those factors. If again, nutrition, supplementation, and training, they go hand in hand. It's key. You cannot. Early, I was blessed to pretty much tap into the nutrition immediately. I didn't just study training; I studied nutrition side by side. So with that gave me a very deep base of knowledge in terms of nutrition and what works.
I've had other guests come on air and talk about the importance of nutrition. But you pretty much hit the nail on the head with that again. It's a big responsibility when it comes to training. Getting into the right training routine, finding out what works best for your body type. But I know for myself, there are clients out there that feel that, okay, if I go to the gym 3 days, 4 days a week, I can eat whatever I want and get the same results as if I was eating properly.
It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. It's yes, you are working, training. It's better than not. Okay, so you are building muscle, but when you do not feed your body what it needs, it's just look at it. If you take a Ferrari, and a Ferrari, you're not going to pull up to the gas pump and put the cheapest fuel into your system. No, you're gonna put the best fuel. And for me, a lot of my clients, I recommend them eat organic meats, fruits, vegetables. And pretty much 70-80% of the clientele they can't tolerate carbohydrates. Stay away from processed food. I have a simple rule: if man made it, don't eat it. It's just that. If man made it, don't eat it. So, and just if you implement those simple things into your nutritional habits, you'll see amazing results.
Do you feel strength training can be useful for just the everyday person?
For sure.
How so?
Well, just quality of life. When you feel better, you have more energy, you feel stronger, aches and pains start to disappear, motivation, self-confidence. And the older you get, not to mention osteoporosis prevention. I have a lot of clients there, so they in winter they get they may slip hard, land on their hip. And if you're at that certain age, you land on your hip, that's a broken hip, and that's almost like a fatal blow to your lifestyle. So the strength training is very important just to fight the everyday environment, just a better quality of life. Getting out of your car, going upstairs with groceries, things like that.